Some roles within Primero have the ability to generate a customized export. This could be a manager, an administrator, or an organizational focal point, for example. If you want to do a customized export and determine what particular pieces of information you want to export from the system, there are a few steps to follow. First, you'll need to determine which cases you want to choose. For ease of this demo, I'll just select all. Then, on the three-dot menu, click Export, then Custom. Here you'll have a few choices. You need to first select a module. Then you can choose to either export by the form or by the field. For the form export, the user selects a list of forms or a list of fields to include in the export. Primero then exports an Excel file with a tab for each form included in the export. If the user selects the field export, this selects a list of fields to include in the export. Primero then exports an Excel file with one tab, which includes all exported fields. If you select Form as your export format, a checkbox appears with the label, "Would you like to choose individual fields for a form?" If you leave this unchecked, you will choose a list of forms you would like to include in the export file. All fields on these forms will be included. If you check this box, you will choose a list of individual fields to include in the export file. In the export file that Primero exports, the fields you choose will be organized by form so that each form gets its own tab. You'll need to enter a password to encrypt the exported file. Finally, you need to add a name and then click Export. A notification will appear with a link to the exports page when this is ready. You've now arrived at the exports page. You can always access the exports page by clicking on the exports link in the navigation bar. Here you will see a list of the exports you have created. When Primero is still loading an export, it appears with a loading circle next to it. If an export is ready to download, it appears with a download icon next to it. Click on an export in the list to download the file. You can see here the file is downloaded and it will require my encryption password to open. It's important to note that PDF exports do not appear on the exports page. Instead, these download automatically once you submit your export.